is expected, overnight low of 20. Sunday's weather, cloudy skies, then gradually becoming mostly sunny, with a high of 31 and calm wind. Monday, partly sunny skies, 24. Tuesday, mostly cloudy, high of 36, calm wind. Chance of some snow overnight Tuesday night, and some leftover rain on Wednesday. Mostly cloudy skies, high of 43. Thursday, mostly sunny and 44, and on Friday, mostly cloudy skies, high near 49 degrees. Currently outside our Navigant Credit Union broadcast studio here on Park Avenue in Woonsocket, it's 21 degrees.
ON Radio, ON Worldwide in Woonsocket.
Good morning and Happy New Year. Welcome to the Cheap Seats with Pat and Kevin. I'm Kevin Callahan, and this morning I am joined by my son, Matt Callahan. Pat cannot be with us today in studio. He might be back next week. If not, hopefully the week after that, we'll have Pat back. So this week we got the Cheap Seats with Matt and Kevin. We're going with the good rhyme there. I believe, Matt, you are making your fourth appearance on the show. Is that correct?
Yeah. I'm very excited to be back.
Well, welcome back. Yeah. Happy New Year.
Thank you. You too.
You ready to jump right into it?
Oh, let's do it.
All right, let's go. All right, we'll go around Rhode Island and New England and get you caught up with everything that's going on. Congratulations last Saturday night to the Lincoln Lions in a game you heard right here on WOON. The Lions prevailed in the 52nd annual and longest running Northern Rhode Island Boys and Girls Club Holiday Classic as the Lions defeated the Tolman Tigers 80-59, thus becoming the first team to win this tournament 10 overall times and the first team ever to four-peat. Lincoln was led by tournament MVP Gianni Pagios, who scored 27 in the semifinal and 30 points in the final. Ironically, I don't think he had any points in the fourth quarter in either game. Yeah, he was just that dominant. And he made it look easy along the way. In the consolation game, Cumberland defeated Woonsocket 62-42. So tremendous accomplishment by the Lincoln Lions as they look to possibly even compete for the state championship this year. And now to the college campuses as the schools ended their long winter breaks and getting back to action. Let's go to Matt.
Yeah, as we head over at Bryant, the 4-10 men's basketball team begins conference play up in Orono today as they take on the University of Maine in a 2 o'clock game. The 11-3 Lady Bulldogs began conference play on New Year's Day with a 45-31 home win over UNH. They will play the University of Maine at home today on campus beginning at 2 o'clock.
To the other end of the state we go. The 9-5 Rhodey Rams lost to Loyola Chicago 61-57. They next play today at George Mason beginning at 4 o'clock. Meanwhile, the 11-2 Lady Rams 2-0 in the Atlantic 10. They beat Richmond this past Tuesday 73-61. They're at Loyola Chicago tonight for a game that begins at 7.
Over at Brown, the 6-7 Bruins beat Johnson and Wales 105-47.
These teams, man, I don't know if you realize they tune up on these Division III games. Bryant played Worcester State, and Wheaton played. Well, it's in the notes. It's crazy. Go ahead, continue. Sorry for
the Brown women 8-4 overall beat Wheaton 76-24 in their tune-up game. Also play Yale on Monday, but that game is on the road beginning at 5. And the hockey team suffered a tough loss, 5-4 in OT to Princeton, dropping the record to 3-11. They play They host to Merrimack tonight at 7. Holy moly!
All right, the number 15 Providence College men's hockey team won their third in a row, improving to 9-6-2 when they resumed play last night with a 5-2 victory over University of Alaska Fairbanks at Schneider Arena. The same two teams will play today at Schneider beginning at 5 o'clock. Meanwhile, the 8-7 Lady Friar basketball team had the most grueling week of their season or anybody else's season, men's, women's, any sport, come to an end mercifully for them. Last week they visited number 3 South Carolina, lost 96-55. Then they quote-unquote hosted number 1 UConn on New Year's Eve at the Amp. I put the quotation fingers out there because it was all UConn fans that packed the amp. They had to move it from Alumni Hall.
Really.
No, and they had to move it to the amp. Sold a lot of tickets. UConn expectedly won 90-53. The Lady Friars next play at the Paul tomorrow at 3 o'clock. And finally, the 7-6 men's team gets back into action for the first time in several weeks as they have a Big East battle at number 25 St. John's at noon. Though it's only January 3rd, Kim English and his crew, Providence is almost in a must-win situation if they want to get into the dance in March. They've really dug themselves a hole. 7-6 sounds like they get a chance, but I don't know. It's going to be really, really difficult for the Friars this year. And I'll go on. I think Kim English's job could be in jeopardy depending on how they do in Big East. But that remains to be seen. We shall see.
And then we got the New England Lightning of the ABA, who's fourth ranked in the league
out of 130
teams. They are back in action tomorrow night as they put their 8-0 record on the line as they play the Boston Sharks in Stoughton at 4:15 tomorrow. The Lightning return home to the Pawtucket Boys and Girls Club next Saturday with a 6 o'clock game against the Bridgeport Kings. And then we head over to the Providence Bruins, who were back in action last night. Goaltender Michael DiPietro stopped 31 shots, while forward Don's Lockmelis scored twice to put the Providence Bruins past the Hartford Wolfpack 4-1 last night at Hartford. Riley is crazy, a lot of words.
Yeah, my notes
I know,
aren't always the best. But
Riley Tuft recorded 2 assists, while Matej Blumel, or Mataj, and Georgi Merkulov also found the back on the net. The 22-6-1 Bruins host the Springfield Thunderbirds tomorrow at the Amp. Puck drop is set at 3:05 p.m.
Notice through the month, whenever we've had subs for Pat, I typically give you and Owen all the Providence Bruins names because I don't feel like doing those names. Those are tough. Those are some hard names.
Yeah.
All right. In the World Junior Hockey Tournament, Team USA lost in overtime to Finland 4-3 in the quarterfinals last night. USA was 3-0 when they played 3-0 Sweden in the last round robin game, for lack of a better term. They were trounced 5-2, did not look right, and they dropped to the number 2 seed to take on Finland. Last night, the problem with Sweden looked really good. The 2 goals that the USA got were just, they had dirty goals that they punched in. Sweden just looked like, they were just sharp, so much sharper. USA was the defending 2-time champion going into this tournament and now must watch from the outside. Other quarterfinal action from yesterday: Sweden easily beats Latvia 6-3. Czechia beats Switzerland 6-2, and Canada rolled to a 7-1 victory over Slovakia. In the relegation game, which I do love this about the tournament, say bye-byes to Denmark. Denmark lost to Germany 8-4 yesterday. Denmark will be relegated away from the tournament, replaced next year by Norway. The juniors tournament will have today off. Semifinal action begins tomorrow with Sweden versus Finland in a classic rivalry game beginning at 4:30. Canada will play Czechia at 8:30, and the final between Canada and Sweden will take place Monday night at 8:30, while Czechia will take on Finland for third place. Those are my predictions. And the third place game, that'll take place also Monday night at 4:30. So Canada looks very strong. Sweden looks crisp. They just don't
really
make
good.
They look really, really good. They really don't make too many mistakes out there. And just a quick side note. Speaking of World Juniors and the Olympic team, the Bruins are sending 6 players to the Olympics from the Bruins to go into Team USA. Jeremy Swayman and Charlie McAvoy are going to Team USA. Other Bruins: Elias Lindholm is going to Sweden. Henry Yoki Harju, there we go. I said it right. Practice it, and I should know it. I've said his name enough. But May Finland, and Czechia gets David Pastrnak and Pavel Zacha. So those teams were announced just this past week. And so, good opportunity. Swayman made Four Nations last year, but did not get into a game. Connor Hellebuck is expected to be the number one goalie again. He was in Four Nations. He's expected to be number one again this year. Jake Ottinger is also a goalie, so it'll be interesting to see if Swayman can get in this year. But those are the representatives for Team USA. I do hope Swayman gets in.
Yeah, me too. Yeah, that'd be super cool.
He's been playing very well this year.
As
for the
of
Bruins.
recent, especially, too.
Yeah, and he started off the year up and down, but lately he's been doing very, very well.
Much better.
So I'm a little down on McAvoy as a whole, though. I appreciate that he's been playing with the face guard. He came back sooner than I thought from the broken jaw. So good luck. We'll be following them as well when the Olympics begins in February. We're going to take our first break. When we come back, we want to hear from you. 401-766-1240. We're going to jump into the NFL. Patriots making the news for some of the wrong reasons. I got my take on that. Matt's got his take on that, on the Stephon Diggs, Christian Barmore. So much on the line this week in the AFC and NFC. Lots to talk about there as well with the Patriots and all of football in general. So we'll take our first break, and when we come back, we want you to join us in the cheap seats. 401-766-1240, and you are in the cheap seats with Pat and Kevin on 99.5 FM, 1240 AM, and WoodSocketRadio.com.
Your certified Buick GMC dealer serving drivers throughout Woonsocket and the surrounding areas is Tasca Buick GMC. At Tasca, you'll find a solid selection of new Buick GMC models, as well as a carefully inspected lineup of pre-owned vehicles. They also have a well-connected finance center run by a qualified team of finance experts who can help you get the right loan or lease in a quick, easy, and transparent manner. Tasca Buick GMC, 55 Fortin Drive, Woonsocket. Visit TascaBuickGMC.com. Tasca Buick GMC. You will be satisfied.
When you're ill and need same-day care, remember North Smithfield Urgent Care and Lincoln Urgent Care for affordable and accessible care. You'll always be seen by a board-certified physician who will assess the problem and make you feel safe and reassured. Check their websites for convenient patient and medical forms, which you may fill out before the visit. North Smithfield Urgent Care, 594 Great Road, North Smithfield, 768-3400. And Lincoln Urgent Care, 2 Wake Robin Road, Lincoln, 333-9595.
Automobile construction and design continues to change, so it's important that auto body shops remain current and certified in aluminum repair and able to reproduce the entire color spectrum. Michaud's Auto Body is a certified Class A auto shop staying current with the new technology. The use of aluminum in construction has made vehicles lighter, and many of the new metallic paints require the tri-coat process, 3 layers to get the perfect match. Michaud's Auto Body, a second-generation family business. 430 Privilege Street, Woonsocket. 769-1983.
The world-class distributor of all things electrical is Electrical Wholesalers. They are a full-service electrical distributor with branches throughout Rhode Island, Massachusetts, and New Hampshire. Locally, they're at 113 Clinton Street next to KFC here in Woonsocket, with other locations in Cranston and Franklin, Massachusetts. Electrical Wholesalers provides the highest quality service to electrical contractors as well as residential, commercial, and industrial customers. Electrical Wholesalers is open Monday through Friday, 7 in the morning till 5 in the afternoon. Visit ew-ne.com. Electrical Wholesalers.
We're local and live at 99.5.
And welcome back to the Cheap Seats with Pat and Kevin. This week I am joined by Matt Callahan in studio, and 401-766-1240. If you want to join us in the Cheap Seats, you have some thoughts on the Pats. Let's just get right into Stephon Diggs and Christian Barmore. Diggs, I'm sure you've all heard now, strangulation of his female chef back in December, just about almost a month ago, December 8th. Barmore battery against the mother of his 2-year-old. That was back in August. in Mansfield. Barmore got his wife called the Patriots car service for a ride. I think they said Delaware, where they ended up back, or out of state anyway. I'm not 100% sure where. Been listening to the Talking Heads up in Boston all week, even in New York, because I went to Connecticut for a wedding, just to kind of hear their take down on the fan in New York as well, as they were talking about it. And people, callers, they want Diggs and Barmore, and they want the NFL to step in and prevent them from playing. And I just wanted to see what your take is on this, Matt. And again, if you have a take on it, 401-766-1240. But this is a long time ago. But right now they're allegations. And last year, Patriots player had an allegation of assault. Patriots released him, and then they found him innocent. In a court of law. So because of that, and because, I remember, my wife and I were at Foxwoods Casino. We see Drew Bledsoe. We don't approach him. We don't talk to him or anything like that. But what if we said Bledsoe threw a drink at my girlfriend at the time, or fiance, and then, and made an allegation against him. They would have blown up the news as and Bledsoe was a star quarterback at the time, new into the league, big game, and the headlines would have read, Bledsoe, assaults female at Foxwoods Casino. Right. And people would have been calling for his head, and it was completely unfounded. Now, I'm not saying that these charges against Diggs and Barmore are unfounded, but I do believe in the innocent, in our society, innocent until proven guilty, and they have to play tomorrow, because if you go by allegations, there's going to be, and you suspend people just based on allegations. People are going to be suspended. The whole league could be suspended. People are out for money grabs all the time. Man, I don't know if you have your thoughts on this. You've been driving around in your job and following along with the story as well.
As you said, it's allegations. So in any other job or whatever you do, they're necessarily, you're not going to not show up to work because of the fact that this could be happening, essentially. So you're innocent until proven guilty. You show up, you do what you're paid to do for your work, essentially, and you show out. I mean, you do it. I mean, it's a high-profile thing right now because it's surrounding the NFL.
And because the Patriots are good again. If this was the Jets, maybe not the Jets are in the New York market, but there was, who's doing bad this year? The Saints. If this was the Saints, they're not a high market. They're going to make the playoffs. 5 games ago. Right.
So it's a 5-game winning streak now.
So that's true. But, if it's just a bad team right now, if it's, I'm just trying to think, if it's even the Vikings, a team that's been eliminated, if the Arizona Cardinals, there we go. Yeah. If this happened in Arizona right now with a 3-13 team, it's not making the news. It's because the Patriots are back, and Diggs is Diggs is a prominent player. Most of the country, most of the football fans know who Diggs is. Mm-hmm. They may not know Christian Barmore as much, though he's a very effective player. Yeah, he's really good around here. But it's unfortunately, I hate these allegations. Vrabel was quoted this week as saying that that they support Diggs and Barmore, and people took him to task on that. And he may have said it wrong. I'm sure he's not happy with the allegations. Right. But until guilty, this is the key word here. They got to be found guilty. He's going to support his players.
I'll even say, and it stinks that it's kind of come down to this, but you see allegations, especially in professional sports,
of course,
that end up just falling through. They find out the person made it up. I'm not saying that's the case here, but
because we don't know the detail. We don't know all the facts.
You can't just assume something and then just say that's facts.
Right.
That's how the world works. You can't just assume that this is the case, that's the case. No, that's why they have to build up the facts. They have to find out information. So until then, it's business as usual for them, at least.
There was kind of it kind of made the rounds. Yarmer Yager, it was 5-6 years ago, I don't know if he was dating or whatever. He was a 41-year-old. And he was dating, or he was with a 20-year-old or a 19-year-old at the time. And she wanted to extort him for money. And she said, if you don't give me, and I'm making up a figure here. I don't know what the figure was. I can't remember. $1 million. I'm going to go public with this. And Yager said, I'll beat you to it. I'll go public with it right now. Took a selfie of him with the girl in the hotel room and said, here I am. This is the girl I was with last night. She's going to extort me for $1 million. I'm doing it myself. I'm not married. I have no kids. I've done nothing wrong legally. So that woman misplayed her hand on that. So it's exactly. So funny story. Whether you agree with Yager, what he did morally, that's another story. Legally, he did nothing wrong. But I always thought that was a pretty funny story. And you wonder though, it's how many allegations are out there that don't make the news?
Well, that's the other thing. There's hundreds, if
gotta
not
be.
thousands.
Through all the
there's a
professional
ton.
sports.
Throughout everything,
Yeah.
I mean, there's sports that people don't talk about. This is obviously the most watched sport in America.
Right, and it's happening here in New England this week.
It's obviously local for us.
Right.
It's right down the street, basically. So, I mean, obviously people are going to talk about it. And, again, like you said, how the Pats are good. Now it's a story. Now it's a big thing because...
Right,
everyone
exactly.
hates the Patriots being good.
So we'll get a call, see if we have a thought on this. And welcome to the Cheap Seats and Happy New Year.
Happy New Year to you, my friend. How are you?
Good. Who's on the line with us?
Marty.
Hey, Marty. Oh, I didn't recognize your voice this time. How are you, Marty?
Good, thanks. Good, thanks. Listen, again, I just wanted to call in and thank you and Pat and Dave for the outstanding work last weekend at our 52nd annual Boys and Girls Club Roadshow Holiday Basketball Tournament. You guys did a great job, and Matt was even there hanging out in the stands, checking everything out, right?
Yeah, I was a spotter. I was counting I was watching all the fouls, and I was reporting the numbers because he couldn't see from where he was.
Well, the referee walks to the table like they're supposed to, Marty. And like we can't always see their hand signals. We can guess usually right on the fouls, but I'm like, hey, Matt, you want to come to the game anyway? I'm going to give you a job.
I only forgot I was working once.
Yeah, so that's not too bad.
But I just want to thank you again. You guys did an awesome job.
Thank you.
As always, everything. And I say it all the time, and I'll say it again, that you guys go above and beyond for high school sports and everything that you do for the local student athletes at low schools.
No, I mean, and I think, and by now, between Rhode Island and Mass, I mean, it truly is a passion for us. You really get behind it. I was fortunate enough to have, three of my kids play. Pat has his kids play as well, and you really get into it. You see the hard work that they all put into it. The coaches and the players, and it is presented at such a high level. And it's, I don't know, maybe just because it's sports at its purest form, especially with the way the college game has been going lately with the NIL and everything. It's just really nice to see, and then you just see these kids just battle their hearts out, Marty. It was just fantastic to see, and how hard they work until the very end of the game, too, no matter what the score is. Again, you don't always see that at the college or the professional ranks.
Yeah, well, you see it. Obviously, you're involved with Attleboro and the Hockomock League, and all the hard work that those schools put in. Same thing in Rhode Island, but it's funny you talk about NIL. I just saw a little clip a few minutes ago from Rhodey football where the quarterback and Marquise Buchanan both announced that they're staying and they're not entering the transfer portal, which is a great thing for Rhodey football when you get your QB1 and WR1 coming back.
Yeah.
But that's what. Like you mentioned, NIL was turned into. Like how many guys are in the portal? The backup now for Ole Miss said, well, he's going to go in the portal before they even play their semifinal game.
Right.
And I think Missouri's on his short list, and that's it. It's a different landscape now for collegiate athletics.
Oh, I mean, you just said something I thought I never would hear. They're making an announcement to say that they're staying. It's like that we're not leaving the school. We're actually we're staying put, which I mean I guess they have to do now because the speculation, especially with URI being in the FCS. But credit to Jim Fleming down at URI for building such a great program, and be interesting to see next year with their home games at Centerville Bank and building on the success of their team if they can pull in the state of Rhode Island. That would be great. I would love to see college football get a stronghold a little bit on this region.
Yeah, he's done a great job, Coach Fleming. You know, my good friend Terry Lynch speaks very highly of him as well. And you know, the Rhodey guys on that team, you know, Pat Conserve out of Cumberland, Moses Muse, who played at St. Ray's as well, and of course Marquise. That kid is all world. He could do anything. He high jumped. He played basketball. You know, he played football.
Yeah, no, it's great to see. So it's fantastic. Do you have any thoughts on the Barmore or Diggs situation from this past week?
Yeah, I don't know. You know, it's the Diggs thing is different from the Barmore because it's he said, she said.
Right.
You know, without proof. Hopefully, the guy has cameras in his house. I mean,
yeah.
But my you know, my only thought about this that. The Patriots know about it. The NFL knows about it.
Right.
And both guys are currently still playing, pending. Although Barmore does have an arraignment date.
Yes.
February.
Yeah, I agree. Barmore does look a little bit worse than Diggs on the surface, for sure.
Yep.
But it's.
I think it could get tied up with lawyers, with litigation, with court dates and stuff. So that's not our world. Like I know nothing about that.
Right.
So,
right. And Matt and I were just chatting too. We're just getting nervous of allegations against key people. Is it just a money grab? Is it real? Is it something that if it's something that truly happened and they're found guilty, then yeah, I want them punished, kicked out of the league, the whole thing. But if it's proven just to be an allegation, because it's a money grab, then I want them punished then too. if it comes out to be a false allegation, you know. So it's so much over my head, Marty, with the lawyers and
people. I don't want to venture into it, but I don't know if you guys touched on this yet. But what a phenomenal game the other night! What a phenomenal day of football, New Year's Day, with Indiana. Yeah, with Indiana rolling, they are good. And that Ole Miss game, I stayed up and watched it. That was an amazing football game against Georgia.
I'm getting goosebumps just thinking about that Thursday night game. That was incredible. I stayed up as well. I think it ended at 11:50. Oh my God! I don't normally get into college football all that much, but wow, what a game! That was incredible.
You know, it's a different atmosphere because they pan to the crowd. They're the bands, the drum majors, everybody. They're all in sync and. You know, collegiate athletics is big business, hence the NIL and the transfer portal and all that stuff happening. But that's a story for another day.
Right.
But, all right, guys. Listen, have a great Saturday. I'll talk to you guys soon.
You too. Happy New Year.
Have a good weekend.
Happy New Year.
Marty Crowley joining us. Phone's ringing here. Let's go to the cheap seat. Hello, you're in the cheap seats with Pat and Kevin.
Good morning, Kevin. Good morning, Pat.
It's actually Matt, my son Matt, subbing in for Pat this week.
Oh, I beg your pardon. Okay.
Yeah, we got Pat. The Mighty Moose joining us here on ON Radio. How are you this week, Moose?
I'm first. I wish to be. I missed the show a couple of weeks in a row.
They were our best shows ever, Moose. You missed it.
Yeah.
Award winning.
They're all good. They're all good. Believe me.
No, thank you.
They're all good. I look forward to listening to them all. It's a bad time for me.
Yep. No.
And I try to catch as much as I can in the program. First of all, I want to wish you very, very the best in the holidays.
Thank you.
Christmas and Happy New Year. And to Pat, who's not there at the time, your family, and you too, Matt, man.
You too, Moose. No, we appreciate the calls every week, and appreciate you listening. Hope you had a good holiday as well.
Yeah, Christmas was great.
Yeah.
New Year's, I spent a lot of time watching sports as usual. I got into a college bowl pool.
Oh wow!
With 34 games involved, all the pools. I've heard of bowl games I never even heard of before.
Oh yeah, no, exactly.
Make new ones every year.
I only know the wasabi one up at Fenway Park. I've only heard of that. My other son works there, so I've heard of that one. So
somebody's watching. So what's next? The chicken and noodle bowl?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, maybe. Stay tuned.
The ramen noodle bowl.
Anyway, really quick. on this Diggs thing.
Yes.
And, you know, I get a lot of calls from them. Well, what's the matter with Diggs? And I guess they don't know the story. I said, listen, he's not been arrested. He's been charged.
Right.
Big difference.
Huge.
He's just been charged. Somebody wants to make. It's like me going to your house and you say, hey, you go and you run to the police and say, well, I'm pressing charges of assault and battery against Moose.
Right.
It's your word against mine.
Exactly.
So,
I gave the example earlier in the show. Is I remember, my wife and I saw Drew Bledsoe at a casino. What if we just said, "Oh, Bledsoe, threw a glass at my wife"? It would have blown up. Allegedly assaults a female at the casino. And it would have blown up, and everybody would have been calling for his head. And again, I don't know. It does look a little bit worse for Barmore than for Diggs. But the Barmore thing happened in August.
It's all hearsay,
right.
and that's all it is. There's no evidence here that we know of.
Right.
The only thing that bugs me a little bit, and you just mentioned it a few moments ago with Marty, is that it's a money thing. That's what it looks like to me. There's something very fishy here. The reason being, this occurred on the second day of December. She just reported it last week.
Yeah.
Why shouldn't you report it right away?
Right, exactly. That's why.
Why didn't you report it right away?
And that's where the Barmore thing does look a little bit worse. She did report it. She did contact the Patriots car service. She has since rescinded it, but
as you just said, excuse me for interrupting.
Right.
This girl might be reprimanded. I know one thing: she won't be cooking any more pasta for Zoo. For Stephen Diggs.
Right. But so it's weird. It's I know it's I would never condone anything. I have a daughter myself. My wife. I mean, obviously don't condone anything like this. But I am also worried about people just making false allegations, because I wonder how many of these allegations have happened that we don't hear about.
Oh, many.
Yeah, exactly.
Good point. Many. Right. And it downright, it's depressing and disgusting. So I don't want to go into it any further.
Right.
Just go into the big sporting weekend as usual.
Yeah.
I'd like to talk baseball, but there's still the Bregman thing is still on the table. The Reds was interested into him, other teams, but nothing has moved on that.
No, I know. Or Bichette. It's been a slow period. I don't know what the Sox are doing. Now, hopefully, maybe next week when the football playoffs start to die down a bit, maybe the Red Sox will make a splash or do something right before spring training that we'll have something to talk about, because spring training does start in about 5 weeks now, 4 to 5 weeks now.
Don't count on anything with cheapskate John Henry.
He's got all that money from selling the Penguins now, so he should take that money and put it into the Red Sox.
That guy's a fuck.
Bruce, we've been watching Korean baseball lately.
Yeah, we found the Korean baseball channel. It's funny. It's keeps the fix going for a little bit until spring training.
Since COVID.
Exactly.
All right, guys.
All right, Bruce.
A lot of football coming up this weekend. Starting today.
Yep.
I made a few fixes for last week in our pool.
Yep.
As far as that's concerned, without the playoffs, there's a lot of stake. There's always something at stake in our pools.
Yes, absolutely.
We don't play just for the fun of it.
No.
If you know what I mean.
I know. Yep, exactly. All right, Moose. Hey, have a happy New Year and go Pats.
Okay, same to you. You too, Matt.
Thank you, and have a good weekend, too.
All right, the Mighty Moose joining us here on ON Radio. We'll take a break. When we come back, we're going to continue talking about the Patriots, and there's so much out there, not only with the Patriots game and what it means to them, but just the playoff matchups in the AFC and NFC. In essence, the playoffs start this weekend for several teams. So if you want to be like Marty and Moose, which always makes me laugh when Marty and Moose call, because it's Marty Moose was in the movie Vacation, and Marty Moose was the moose outside that told him that the park was closed. So I always kind of crack myself up a little bit there. All right, so you can join us at 401-766-1240 here on OneSocketRadio.com.
Stay on top of your vehicle's maintenance. Good advice from State Line Service and Tire, and their full service, including suspension systems, transmission maintenance, heating and air conditioning, emission control testing, and addressing computer problems. Don, Kevin, and Sean believe in staying on top. Check their website for money-saving coupons, StatelineAutoservice.com. They can also provide your service history and automatic service reminders. State Line Service and Tire, 1209 Social Street, Woonsocket.
Woonsocket Door Sales, a fourth-generation family business, has served southern New England since 1935. They can handle all types of projects from the simpler residential installations to more complex commercial projects, always concerned with infrastructure and framework for the perfect fit. They even install doors for fire stations and medical facilities. Installation and repair. Woonsocket Door Sales, 767-3448. They'll remove and dispose the old doors. Woonsocket Door Sales, 767-3448.
When disaster strikes, trust the experts at Service Master by Gilmore. From water and fire restoration to mold remediation and emergency cleanup, we've been restoring peace of mind for over 40 years, now proudly serving all areas, including our newest service location in Rhode Island. No job is too big or too small. Day or night, we're here for you. Call Service Master by Gilmore at 1-800-783-0552 or visit us at the web at www.svmgilmore.com. Restoration done right every time.
ON Radio.
In Woonsocket. Welcome back to the Cheap Seats with Pat and Kevin. Kevin Callahan joined by my son, Matt Callahan, this week. Pat, hope you listen and feel free to give us a call, Pat. 401, or you can join us in the Cheap Seats at 401-766-1240. Do you have thoughts on, Team USA in the World Juniors? Oh, I know we got some hockey fans out there. Your thoughts on the Patriots, Diggs, Barmore. All right, enough. All right, so I think we all kind of agree in a way that Diggs and Barmore should be playing this week because they're just allegations right now. Something comes out a little bit more serious, more evidence. Yes, I get them off.
Hasn't come out though. So,
I don't think. People always say, "Is this a distraction?" A distraction. You know, if this was the Celtics, where they carry 15 guys on the roster, I could see that, and two guys were called in question on this. I could see it being a distraction. Baseball carry about 25, hockey about 21, 22. This is a 53-man roster. Yes, Diggs is a prominent name, as is Barmore, but there's 51 other guys plus the practice squad guys. You're talking about 60 to 65 guys in the locker room. I don't think it's going to be a distraction because, you even like this week, you've got Keyshawn Boutte coming back. You got Milton Williams coming back. You got Will Campbell activated to play off the IR. These guys, I'm sure they're not happy with Stephon Diggs and Christian Barmore, but they're more worried about getting themselves healthy and ready to play.
This weekend, they got a lot on the plate right now.
Right,
so.
and for all of them that haven't played in a few weeks, let's assume for a second that the Patriots do not get the bye, which is very logical to think that. Then they got a playoff game next week. These guys got to get back in the playing shape. So while I'm sure they're not thrilled with the allegations, it also should not affect their job. It should not affect Milton Williams from stopping the run.
Right.
It should not stop Keyshawn Boutte from catching a ball thrown his way over the middle. It should not stop Will Campbell from blocking somebody from hitting Drake May.
They all got jobs to do.
They all got jobs. There are
I don't know. They're not gonna be thinking about it.
Right.
They got their own stuff to worry about.
Exactly. And they got to get back into game shape, which you played college ball, high school. I mean, game action. You cannot replicate game action in practice. It's you can come close, but the game speed is always a difference. It's just another level, and especially for somebody young like a Will Campbell, Milton Williams, great free agent signing, so a little bit older. Boutte having his best year. They want to get back up to speed and get ready for the playoffs and use the Dolphins as a springboard to the playoffs. So
definitely.
So that not going to be a distraction. What do you see? You're going to the game Sunday. You and your brother Tim tomorrow. What do you expect out of the game tomorrow? Pats versus Dolphins.
Cold.
Yeah. Weather notwithstanding, it's supposed to be cold. And may I just say, I could not have been more wrong last week with all those injuries. I was actually a little bit nervous against the Jets last week, being on the road in New York. Wow, I've never
that
been
was
more run.
insane.
I mean, that was almost like, it was a perfect half. It was almost a perfect game by the Patriots last week. But go ahead.
He's
your thoughts?
first person since Brady, first quarterback since Brady to throw 5 touchdowns in a game, and he did that in the first half.
Five
Five touchdowns.
Yeah.
In a game.
Oh, in the game.
He's the first one since Brady, and he did it in a half.
Wow. Yeah. So pretty good. So you think Miami's got their new quarterback in his third week who replaced Tua?
Yeah, I mean, I think the Dolphins are playing to disrupt
Oh yeah, there's
the
a spoiler.
Patriots in any way. So
right.
I don't think you can take the Dolphins lightly, nor you can also add the Patriots and the Dolphins. Pats tend to struggle sometimes against the Dolphins for whatever reason.
Division rivalries. That was the other reason why I was a little bit nervous last week too. Division rivalry game. I get nervous of those.
Dolphins have something to play for. Patriots have something to play for. Dolphins have a chip on their shoulder because they got something to prove still.
Yep.
New QB, he wants to prove himself. He wants a starting job next year, and it starts right now. So.
And the Patriots are going to get better at stopping the run. Dolphins got a good running back.
He's doubtful.
No,
shoulder injury. Devon Achane.
Yes.
Yeah, he's not. He's likely not playing.
Really?
Yeah. Came out last night.
I went to bed early last night, so I missed the late night news.
Yeah. Well, it was evening, late. I don't know, whatever.
Yeah, because he's third year running back. He leads the NFL in rushing average with a 5.7. He's got 13 yards per carry. He's got 1350.
I'm gonna double check right now.
Yeah, this would be great for Milton Williams to get back in because the Patriots have not been able to stop the run without Milton Williams. They've given up like 140 yards on the ground without him. I looked it up right here. 146.8 while he was out, and they allowed 84.7 with him. He's not playing.
No. He ends the season as the only non-QB with 10-plus points in every game this season for fantasy.
Okay.
If you were wondering.
All right. Well, I'm disappointed he's not playing only because I want Patriots challenge before they get into the playoffs. So, all right. Well, it still should be a good game tomorrow, Pats. I want them to win. I love how the NFL does this. They got the Broncos playing the Chargers at the exact same time at 4:25. Very happy for you guys. It's not, you're younger, you don't care as much, but it's not the Sunday night game. It's not the Saturday night game.
I'm all right with that. I got to work on Monday. It's 4:25. It's going to be dark out too, so it kind of brings a little bit more atmosphere to it. I think.
I think so.
If it's in the daytime, it's still unbelievable. The first. I went to the opening game too.
Yep. You're 0-1. You're the jinx here. They lost to the Raiders. That's the reason why the Patriots don't own the tiebreaker over Denver.
They're still figuring themselves out.
Yep.
Geno Smith had a unbelievable game. Threw for 325 yards, and he hasn't thrown for more than 175 since.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So all right. Let's take a break. Let's come back. We'll finish up on the Pats. I want to just break down the AFC and NFC picture because I was shocked to see how the Atlanta-New Orleans game can affect the NFC when both teams have been eliminated from the playoffs. I think that's absolutely fascinating. If you, again, have some thoughts on the NFL, we'll probably finish up with some football. But if anything else comes to mind you want to chat, phone lines are open, 401-766-1240. And we'll be back in the cheap seats with Pat and Kevin right after this on 99.5 FM, 1240 AM, and OneSocketRadio.com.
Your certified Buick GMC dealer serving drivers throughout Woonsocket and the surrounding areas is Tasca Buick GMC. At Tasca, you'll find a solid selection of new Buick GMC models, as well as a carefully inspected lineup of pre-owned vehicles. They also have a well-connected finance center run by a qualified team of finance experts who can help you get the right loan or lease in a quick, easy, and transparent manner. Tasca Buick GMC, 55 Fortin Drive, Woonsocket. Visit TascaBuickGMC.com. Tasca Buick GMC, You will be satisfied.
If you want your yard to be the envy of the neighborhood, then you need to contact Rosato and Sons of Westboro. They've been turning outdoor visions into reality across Massachusetts for more than 37 years. From custom patios, walkways, and outdoor kitchens to low-maintenance water features and landscape lighting. Looking for routine lawn maintenance, irrigation, or seasonal color? Rosato and Sons has you covered. They are a full-service landscaping firm doing it all in-house for unmatched quality and reliability. When you're ready to elevate your outdoor living, visit rosatoandsons.com to request your free estimate. Rosato and Sons of Westboro, where beautiful landscapes aren't an expense, they're an investment. Bringing over 3 decades of experience to every home improvement project, Moran Corporation, formerly A.J. Moran, combined traditional craftsmanship with modern techniques to deliver results that stand the test of time. Open Monday through Saturday, 7 to 5, Moran Corporation has seasoned firewood for just $165 for half a cord and $300 for a full cord of wood. And what better place to put that firewood than a new fireplace made out of veneer stone with granite mantles. Contact Jack Moran at 781-267-8920 for information about these fireplaces, firewood, and other home improvement ideas, or visit their new website at morancorporation.com. As always, Moran Corporation continues transforming your property with expert hardscaping.
If you're celebrating a major event, regardless of the reason, Michael's Meats of Cumberland can elevate your next meal from ordinary to extraordinary with meats so good your guests will ask you where you got them. Tell them Michael's Meats. Michael's Meats is in the Walgreens parking lot on Mendon Road in Cumberland, just north of the Seabro Plaza. They're open Monday through Saturday at 9 a.m., making your next meal truly special. Here's this week's specials at Michael's Meats.
And this week's special at Michael's Meats. Michael's has beef round shaved steak for just $8.49 a pound. Beef round shaved steak, $8.49 a pound at Michael's Meats. And welcome back to the Cheap Seats with Pat and Kevin. Kevin Callahan joined by my son Matt Callahan today. And so Pat's Pat's Broncos playing for the number 1 seed. Jacksonville with an outside shot of also grabbing the number 1 seed if they win, and the Patriots and the Broncos both lose. But also interestingly, Houston can claim the AFC South if Houston wins over Indy and Jacksonville ends up losing to the Titans. So Jacksonville could go all the way up to 1 and all the way down to no, is it 6? Where's Houston right now? We'll look this up really quick. So that's a crazy scenario that they're in that situation that Jacksonville could. So as they stand right now, Houston is the 5 seed. So Jacksonville could drop all the way down to 5 and travel to Pittsburgh next week. So, but the NFC. All right, let me just finish up with the AFC. I'm all over the place. Baltimore and Pittsburgh, Sunday Night Football. Call it a playoff game because it's as simple as 100%. Win and move on, lose and go home. Baltimore's in Pittsburgh. Who wins tomorrow night, Matt?
I'm taking the Steelers.
Going Steelers.
Yeah.
Lamar said he's playing.
And Lamar said he's playing. Ravens have been all over the place all year. Also, the Steelers have been too. I think the Steelers are just kind of playing more for the sense that everyone's calling them frauds. Mike Tomlin has a tendency to make the playoffs and then just lose in the first round. So,
Pittsburgh is 9-7. Baltimore's 8-8.
I think right now. The Steelers win 19-16.
So you go low scoring.
Yeah.
I don't even know what the over/under is.
It's just going to be a gross, low-scoring turnover.
That's terrible.
Game. Yeah.
19-16. I mean, it could be an interesting game if you're right.
It's going to be weird. It's going to be
Yeah.
It's not going to be a normal game. It's going to be maybe a touchdown and then everything else are field goals.
And if Tomlin holds on, then does Tomlin hold on to his job if they make the
That's
playoffs?
the other thing.
I think if he doesn't, then he definitely loses his job. But if he makes the playoffs, I mean, in my lifetime, I don't mind
If he
saying.
doesn't win the Super Bowl, I think he should be out. But
Pittsburgh doesn't get rid of their coaches. They've had
know.
3
They need
coaches
some
in my
sort of
lifetime. They've had Chuck Noll, Bill Cowher, and Mike Tomlin. That's 3 coaches in 55 years. Pittsburgh just doesn't get rid of their coaches. So, but that should be a fun game tomorrow night. And
it'll be good regardless. I just think it'll be a little bit sloppy.
Yeah, it could be. Night game in Pittsburgh Sunday night, so
Cold.
that'll be fun. You'd probably be back, maybe not for the first quarter, but by the second
I'm
quarter.
excited.
So
Big
should
day
be
tomorrow throughout.
So, and then you've got over the NFC. Good, we got plenty of time on this. Seattle at San Francisco tonight for the number 1 seed in the NFC. Loser, I believe, goes to number 5. Yeah, they do, because you get your 4 division winners. So the loser goes to number 5 and goes on the road.
It's so cool.
The winner stays home and gets a bye. So that game is tonight at I think 7:30, 8 o'clock, 8:30. 8. So that should be a fun game in the NFC. The other game this afternoon is Carolina at Tampa, and it's confusing because that scenario could involve 2 other teams that have been eliminated. Just to break it down for you, Carolina currently 8-8 right now. Tampa currently 7-9. Carolina, if they win, this is the simplest part. If Carolina wins, they're in. That's the simple part.
Yeah, and I think they should.
And they should.
They should.
But it's at Tampa.
But yeah, I mean, hey, Bucks.
Your buddy going to the game? Fish going? He should go.
Nah, he's not going.
Ah, too bad.
Still expensive.
Oh, that's true. But if Carolina loses to Tampa and both teams drop to 8-9, Carolina can still get in if Atlanta, who's eliminated, beats the Saints. Also, they're eliminated.
The Falcons have been playing well too. So actually, it's 2 decent teams.
So then Atlanta, Tampa, and Carolina would all be 8-9, and because of that, Carolina gets the tiebreaker. If Tampa beats Carolina, putting both teams at 8-9, then they need the Falcons to lose to go to the Saints, because then the Falcons would drop to 7 wins, would stay at 7. Tampa owns the tiebreaker straight up over Carolina. So you got, I thought, a meaningless Falcons-Giants game could play havoc with the whole Carolina-Tampa playoff
the
scenario.
Falcons just beat the Rams too.
Yes. Yeah, pretty pretty handily, because that was Thursday night, was
No, Monday night.
Monday night, yeah, Monday Night Football. I knew I watched the holiday week.
It's all
it threw me off a bit.
Yeah, the games are it's a 4:30 and an 8 o'clock game tonight.
Tonight, 4:30 and 8 o'clock.
4:30 and 8 o'clock on the dot.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm surprised, only because the 4:30 might run over just a little bit, possibly.
They just want a full, and it's only 2 games today because they actually want a full slate on Sunday.
Yeah, and as most people may have known, every single game tomorrow was originally scheduled for 1 o'clock with a little asterisk saying that the game could be flexed, and they ended up with, I think, half of their Sunday games are at 1, the other half are at 4:25 tomorrow. 1 Sunday night game, no Monday Night Football. There was no Thursday Night Football this week, though Thursday Night Football, and we do not talk college football all that often. Marty brought it up earlier. The Thursday night game this past Thursday of Ole Miss in Georgia.
That was so much
39-30, up to and including the weird safety at the end of the game, because the ball, they tried some sort of trick. Georgia was trying to take which I disagree. I thought they should have taken a knee and tried a Hail Mary. They had 6 seconds. They actually had a chance, in my opinion, take a knee, take the ball to 20, do like a little outplay for 20 or 30 yards, get out of bounds with 1 second, then try the Hail Mary at the end of the game. Instead, they took the kickoff out of the end zone and tried the lateral play.
It back where no one was
threw
there.
backwards, and it rolled in because it hit the pylon. Because I actually thought it rolled out of bounds with 1 second left.
I think they said the pylon. I think the ball technically went right over the pylon, which
would be the same thing then.
Safety. I thought it was out of bounds in general.
Yeah,
so
I thought it went out, and then Right. so that was a 39-34 score. But that guy.
Keep in mind, they also had to kick off too because it was
Right.
still with a second.
Yeah.
left
So they had to do
play.
another kick. Yeah.
And then when they kicked off, the time.
Yeah, they did
go.
it. Yeah, because they took a knee.
Because So they came onto the field to celebrate
Again.
for a second time and had to get kicked off the field while they
Again.
brought out all the trophies and they already spilled the Gatorade on the coach.
Yeah, we're laughing
They had to
like.
go back to the sideline to do another play,
push-
and then they were very hesitant running back on the
They're gonna push the stage back.
Yeah.
Oh, bring out the stage.
People are so mad.
Push the
It's so
stage
funny.
back again.
Because that thing is not light. It's a big stage.
The last 6 seconds took about 15 minutes. It was pretty funny.
Yeah. It was,
So interesting. So you got the college football Final Four. How they got there is Indiana beat Alabama 38-3. Oregon beat Texas Tech 23-0. Miami beat Ohio State 24-14, as
Upset.
just previously
Big upset.
mentioned. Yeah. So next week, here are the seedings, and this is why people have been pushing for college football playoffs for a long time. I would also like to see it go to 16 because I don't like byes. Weirdly, I like it in the NFL. I don't like it in the college game. So I do want it to go to 16 and then be done, forever. No more expansion, no more buys. But the college football Final Four Thursday night, which is pretty cool, in the Fiesta Bowl, number 6, Ole Miss under the old format would not be in this situation. Playing number 10, Miami again. Wouldn't be in this situation a couple of years ago when they only sent 4 teams to the playoffs. And the Friday, January 9th, in the Peach Bowl, you got number 1 Indiana. Well, they would have been there. I guess number 5 Oregon, who wouldn't have been there a couple of years ago. So, Indiana. What was co-host Owen saying about the Indiana coach the other night? It's like the greatest. He's been called, it's like the greatest coaching job that anyone's ever done at the college football ranks. And then people are comparing what he did at Indiana to what Herb Brooks did with Miracle on Ice. Just incredible what he's done for that program.
And he's put in press conferences when people are in doubt because Indiana, they're and coming into the season, they were going to be they're going to be good.
But not
they
this
weren't
good.
going to be this insane and he was talking about it halfway through the season, later in the year now, and he was like, if you look at my resume, I win. That's it. That's it. I win. I win ball games, and sure enough, they're 14-0 right now.
Right. And
they weren't expected to. They were maybe expected to make playoffs.
He's doing in Indiana what North Carolina thought Belichick was going to do down there.
Yeah.
And now Belichick, week to week, day to day, his job's in jeopardy.
His offensive coordinator got fired.
I think it was defense.
Or
They fired his I think it was defensive coordinator.
Defensive, the one that from a month or two ago. Yeah. There's a lot of moving places. Players may or not have wanted to leave because they weren't. I don't know. There's a whole thing.
It's funny. So so I'm not the biggest college football guy in the world. I don't claim to be. You've gotten more into it in the last few years. I've always relied on my buddy Walt. That's my college football guru. Pat is really good with college football. I always go to Pat for soccer, of course, but it should be a real interesting Final Four next week again on Thursday. It should be Ole Miss against Miami, and then on Friday, Indiana against Oregon. And one other thing that the NCAA does not that they do that I don't like, they're putting the championship game on the 19th of January, which is the Monday night. I would have preferred a Saturday night or even late Sunday afternoon, but that goes up against the NFL. I'm not a big fan of the Monday night. No, and that's fine. I'm not a big fan of the Monday night college championship. They do this in basketball too, with the basketball tournament. They run the basketball tournament, March Madness, finishing in early April. They go Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday for the first round games. They go Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday for the second round weekend, and then they go Saturday, Monday. And maybe it's just because I'm getting older, but these Monday night championship games that start at 9 o'clock.
Because they want people to stay up during the week. I don't know. It might be a different money thing.
I've never heard, with the Super Bowl starts at Sunday night, kickoff 6:30 on the East Coast. I have never read or heard any complaint from anybody on the West Coast that the Super Bowl starts at 3:30. No one. So, move it back to a Saturday or Sunday. I mean, whatever. It's and do it
it's
then.
more money on a Monday than a
Sure.
Saturday.
I'm sure they figured out that there's more.
Something like that.
Because at 10 o'clock, the whole country is watching. The problem is, on the East Coast, if it's any sort of a blowout, nobody's watching the end of the game, which I would like to see the end of the game. I don't always care about the beginning of the game. So, yeah. All right. So, huge football weekend coming up. Huge football week coming up. I mean, if you are a football fan, this is what you're living for. College football on Thursday and Friday. Plus, I'm sure there's some other bowls that are still being played. I can't even keep up with the Moose was right. There are 34 bowls in total, featuring 68 teams. I actually thought it was 35, so I was off by a bowl and 2 teams. But the NFL playoffs start officially, in my mind, Sunday night with Pittsburgh, Baltimore. I guess maybe tonight, too, if Carolina wins, they're in. And then Patriots, with the stuff on the line, be more interesting.
You could argue, too, tonight's game is the game of the year. I've said this now for the last couple of weeks. All right,
Seattle.
Tonight's the game of the year.
Seattle, San Francisco, for regular season. Yeah, going for the number one versus number 5.
For the last, 2 or 3 weeks, this game of the, the Bears game the other day against the Packers. I don't know. I forget. Or that Packers game against Packers against the Bears the other day. I was like, all right, game of the year, and then it was not a good game.
It was not.
But
I'll be shocked
if a few. I'm like, all right, because there's a lot of playoff implications now tonight.
I'll be shocked if tonight's not good because both teams are good.
Both
winner gets the 1 seed. Yeah.
Good. Both defenses have been good.
And the ramifications of losing. Going from the 1 seed and a bye to the 5 seed and going on the road.
Seahawks playing well all year. Niners kind of started off, they're okay. They also had Brock Purdy come back, and then they had Brock Purdy's first game back. Terrible. He threw 3 picks. Ever since, he's been a horse. He's been fantastic.
Yeah, no, so right now, the 5 seed is the Niners, and they would have to go to Carolina as things stand right now, but hold off on that.
Yeah, there's about 19 different things.
But the loser of the game, by all accounts, the Rams are locked in. They're going to be traveling to the East Coast without a bye, where the winning team gets to stay home with a bye. Huge game tonight. A couple things we did not get to as we wrap up the show. There's been little movement on Red Sox interest. They're still interested in Bregman, as are a couple other teams. There's also word out there that they might be holding off on Bregman because of their interest in Bichette. That'd be cool for me. I like Bichette. He's younger. I know he came off an injury last year, but I'll take a 27-year-old coming off an injury versus a 31-year-old. The 4 years makes a huge difference in sports. And the other news that came out this week is the New England Revolution supposedly getting a new stadium out in Everett near the casino. I'll go on record right now as saying it will never happen. And if I have time next week, I'll break down the reasons why it will never happen. It's got something to do with the Patriots going for a new stadium back in the mid-'60s, and the new Garden was also being proposed back in the 40s, 50s, 60s. And that took forever to get built. The new Fenway was coming. It still has not been built. I'll believe it when I see it, and it will not happen. So, Matt, thank you so much for filling in for Pat this week, and we'll have you back again sometime as well. Owen has filled in for Pat as well, and Pat, we want you back in the studio as well. So we want to thank you for joining us in the cheap seats with Pat and Kevin, and we sincerely wish you all a very, very happy New Year and enjoy this tremendous sports weekend. Thank you for listening on WOON 1240 AM, 99.5 FM, and WoonSocketRadio.com.